Hey guys, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the basement. We got a lot to cover today. Sorry, I forgot to run the intro video, but we got a lot to talk about with Unicorn Fart Dust. We have a ton to talk about with this market insanity, total craziness that's going on in the general markets right now. We got to talk about silver because there's a lot of interesting things going on with silver. And of course, we got a special duster of the day today. Hold on for 1 second here while I get our stream started on Abstract. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. And I apologize. I forgot to run the intro again today. But how's everybody doing? Before we cover everything, I think we have a special message that we need to get out to the general public, okay? The general investing public, the general crypto market, and the meme coin market as well. And what do you say, Dusters? Do you feel it? Like, hey guys, we're still here. Everybody, Unicorn Fart Dust is still real. We're still the same. What's that song? Still the same. You know, we haven't changed. And we're welcoming more and more people into our family every day, right? Like, we aren't going anywhere. So sorry, meme coin world. Sorry, crypto world. Sorry, world in general. We are here to stay, and we're proving that every single day. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being part of the basement. I appreciate you being part of Duster Club. It's a big deal. Please, I got a little warning, okay? A little bit of a disclaimer I want to share with you guys. Please, 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 whatever you do with your investing world, with your anything that you undertake, please do it responsibly. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving financial advice when I'm here. I will tell you, though, to please be responsible no matter what you do. And that even includes if you decide to take on an initiative for Unicorn Fart Dust. I don't want anybody ever, period, to put themselves in a situation where their well-being, their financial well-being, their mental health, too much stress, whatever. Always be responsible with whatever you do, okay? We're going to be around here for a long time. I believe that we have unlimited potential, right? I don't have a crystal ball, but what you guys are showing me day in and day out is that we're here to stay. Hey, I want to remind everybody, please go out to our new Unicorn Fart Dust branded YouTube channel. We announced this yesterday. We've already got like enough subscribers to start live streaming directly to this channel. Nothing will change about the X live stream. I'll still be on here doing the live stream every day. But now when it comes to YouTube, the live stream will be going to the Unicorn Fart Dust branded channel, which will give us a niche focus and I believe an opportunity to reach more and more of those buttercups out there, right? Speaking of the buttercups, and I'm going to talk more about this tomorrow, but what about the prodigal unicorns? We need to, will somebody please, so go out there and subscribe to that Unicorn Fart Dust YouTube channel. It would really help us. There's also some very cool community features that YouTube is putting in where we can have discussions and that type of thing. It's actually very, very cool. And I think that when it comes again to us reaching that part of the market, right? Like, we are strong on X, no doubt about it, but we want to branch out in YouTube. I'm telling you guys, please, YouTube is like the buttercup heaven. There's more people out there, on like older-ish people, like my age people, that watch YouTube that we can reach. So let's keep the drive alive when it comes to YouTube. And the prodigal unicorn, look, you guys have unbelievable artistic talent. What do you think about this idea? I was thinking we need to have a little video made up, and we've got some unbelievable, it can even be a short little 10-second video, whatever, unbelievable artists in our community showing like a unicorn that leaves the herd and then is looking back at us and sees all the happy unicorns with their dusters, with their horns glowing, and decides to come back. It is imperative that we welcome back the prodigal unicorns when they do come back, and they are coming back. Let's look at some crazy data coming out about that shows us, right? That shows us why we are still on the road to growth. All right. And this comes from our friend Ez the Duster. Social dominance, right? We do this every couple days just to get an update. What does it mean? Why is it important that we continue to dominate on a social level? Because that gets the word out. Okay. UFD is in the top 10 for social dominance among all meme coins. Hold on. All meme coins, top 10. Now at 10th place. Our stats dipped since yesterday, down from 0.4 to 0.25, 265,000 to 262,000 engagements. Dusters, increase your poll posting, engage with every UFD hashtag, like, retweet, comment every post. UFD, there's our 24. But here, this is interesting. This puts UFD ahead of Please, Pengu, Peanut, SPX, Mog, Floki, Baby Doge, Elmo, Bonk, and Brett. UFD is also the best risk to reward coin right now. Woo, easy for us to say. The coins mentioned above have market caps of 100 million to 500 million. All right. And then goes on to talk about everything we're doing. But let's just look at this quickly, guys. All right. I mean, hold on here. I'm going to draw very quickly two things. And I'm not casting shade on any. There we are in the top 10. That's a representative size of our social dominance. Look at Fartcoin up here, okay? And we aren't a gas-oriented coin, but Fartcoin is what I noticed when I initially decided to create Unicorn Fart Dust. Guys, their social dominance right now, okay, yes, it's ahead of us. We are in the top 10 of all meme coins when it comes to social dominance. Fartcoin is about twice the size of us. I want to show you something here that just blew me away. Thank you, Ez the Duster, for that update. And let's go over here and look at our, okay, we're at 17. We're at 17 million market cap, okay? I'm going to tell you why I think this is ridiculous, because we're at 17 million. When we look at Fartcoin, and of course, there it is. They're at 700 million. That's like 40 times our market cap, guys, 40 times. And we are in the same category as them. To me, that doesn't make sense, but that also, to me, indicates just how incredibly undervalued our coin is right now, right? They have twice the social dominance. They're in the top 10. Like, we are in the top 10, but their market cap is 40 times that of ours, right? Do I have that correct? Yeah, right. We're at 17 million. They're at 7. So to me, that's a good thing. And the reason why is it shows us the potential that we have. I don't get it, but I do know that grit and determination, and I know that the grit and determination in this community will win the day. So keep up the good work. Horns up, Dusters. I forgot. I apologize. Horns up. We got a lot to look forward to as we head down these roads. Let's look at one more interesting point brought up from one of our community members, Gastronoma. Okay, this one I thought really hit the nail on the head, comparing the Unicorn Fart Dust to the US dollar. Like the US dollar, UFD is green today. That was yesterday. The comparison ends there. UFD is the future of money, while the dollar is presently the world reserve currency. UFD is the deserve currency. Number in circulation. There's 2.4 trillion in circulation with the dollar, and the printing press is running around the clock. UFD, 999 million, all registered on the blockchain. No more Unicorn Fart Dust can ever be minted or mined. Backing? The dollar's backed by the, quote, full faith and credit of the United States government. UFD, backed by the full conviction, faith, and collective energy of the diamond-hooved UFD dusters, holders, and honesty and integrity of Basement Ron in the UFD community. Okay, current conversion rate at the time of this post, $1 was equal to 48.3 UFDs. We expect the dollar to UFD parity in the not too distant future. So what he's talking about is $1 equals 1 UFD. Okay, let's go back out here and take a look at coin. Oh, hold on. Look at coin market cap quickly. And let's not look at Fartcoin. That makes me angry. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Okay, there we are, guys. Look, this is the number I think I want to focus on as we move forward because it just blows me away. And that is this one right here. All right. Hold on. Number 7. Oh, here, I'll click on it for you. All right, number 785. We're ranked 785th out of 10,000 roughly active cryptocurrencies listed on coin market cap. And we saw yesterday that there's 13 million total cryptos in the world. So there we are, number 785. Look, guys, that's important. Okay. we're like in the top 10%. We're in the top 8% of all cryptocurrencies on the face of the earth, right? And there's like 13 million of them altogether, right? So I take that back. We're in the top whatever, 0.001% on coin market cap of the 10,000 that they cover. We're in the top 800. That puts us in the top 8%. I mean, let's think about that for a minute. And we're 3.5 months old, and we are like here to stay, and the community is strong. Like, I mean, I know it's frustrating. I get it, right? Beans are on sale, no doubt about it. We look at Fartcoin, okay? And again, I love Fartcoin. I'm not putting it down. I'm glad. I'm happy Fartcoin is at a 700 million valuation because that shows us just how far we have to go. I'm happy. Congratulations, Fartcoin. Anybody who owns Fartcoin, the Fartcoin community, we share our heavenly gas together, all that great stuff. But guys, think about it. Fartcoin's at 700 million. Okay, we're at 17 million, and we're in the same social dominance factor. And then all the other metrics you can look at as well. I don't know. To me, it all looks good. All right, let's talk about the market. Scary things going on in the market. Okay. Yesterday was a lot of fun, right? The stock market, the NASDAQ went up 10%, but guys, big warning. Okay. And I'll tell you why. Everybody was, and it felt good, right? We had a unicorn candle on National Unicorn Day. It felt great. Yeah. It felt great. But I just want to not at all be negative, but realistic. That was insane what happened yesterday. And that's like a manic behavior in a friend of yours. Like if you had a friend that was like all depressed one day and then the next day comes over and says, everything's great in the world. I love life. Everything's wonderful, blah, blah, blah. And then the next day is back to being depressed again. You would be concerned, right? And that's what happened yesterday. Was fun, was great. No doubt about it. But just as a little warning, right? It's not necessarily what we would consider indicative of a healthy marketplace. Let's look at a couple quotes that I thought were very, very pertinent to what we saw yesterday. This guy, Jesse Colombo, is considered to be one of the top analysts now out there, independent guys on Substack. He said, today's 10% plus market surge is not a sign of good health. And no, we're not out of the woods. On the contrary, it's a sign of a sick market and economy thrashing itself apart. Woo, I thought those were some strong words. And then he pulled up a tweet or retweeted something that he put out back on January of 2019. Wow, that was a long time ago. But look at this. I thought this was rather creative. He showed, a chart of the S&P 500, and that this is what the fall apart, basically, of the fiat system would look like. It's not what the end game of this central bank driven, this is what the end game of this central bank driven bubble will look like. So, hey, hopefully things get better, right? But I just want to kind of throw a little bit of a governor into this and warn everyone that what we saw yesterday is not necessarily a sign of a healthy market. Definitely a positive market. And here we go. This is from, again, yesterday. Dow surges 2,900 points. S&P 500 post its biggest gain since 2008. The reason I wanted to share this with you is because, guys, yeah, that was an unbelievable achievement on the S&P 500 yesterday. But what does it mean when it's the biggest gain? We haven't had this type of behavior since 2008. Oh, shoot. Oh, boy. All right, hold on here, guys. Technical issues, but I think I can fix this up, which I did. Okay. 2008, need I remind you, was the great financial crisis. So the last time a 10% increase in the markets, I mean, come on, right? I mean, remember back in business school, they taught me that a normal return on the stock market that you can shoot for is about 7% per year. They did 10% in one day. And the fact that the last time this type of extreme move happened was during the great financial crisis, I don't want to be the tinfoil hat, town crier, the sky is falling, anything like that. But I want to tell you guys that while it was fun and I love it, and I love when UFD, like no doubt, right? But we got to be realistic. This is not necessarily the sign of a good, healthy market. And on top of that, though, it could mean good things for crypto coming down the road, because as this fiat system starts to erode and kind of eat itself from within, the crypto markets, the gold markets, the silver markets will continue to do well. You know what? While we're out there, let's go take a quick look at what is going on in the general markets. Let's do a market update. Okay. I don't know why it keeps pulling up the European stocks. Okay, so the Dow's down 2%. The S&P right now, 2%. NASDAQ down 2.5%. Let's go look at crypto. Okay, Bitcoin above 80,000, almost 80, well, about 81,000. Ethereum, Solana is about 113 holding. Let's look at the metals markets quickly here. Wow. Whoa, gold is on a tear again, up $71. Silver up 50 cents. We're going to talk a little bit more about the metals later. But the last thing that I want to say in terms of these markets and what went on yesterday, right? Obviously, Trump suspended all of the tariffs for 90 days on all of the countries, with the exception of China. We're going to see how this plays out. There is a lot of uncertainty, right? Because just a week ago, we got news about this unbelievable levels of tariffs. I'm sure there's a strategy behind it. But at the end of the day, I would just say be cautious, be mentally prepared, right, for whatever could be coming down the road. And please, like I said at the beginning, always be responsible. And hey, you watching right now, almost 700 people, please retweet this, send it out to more people. Let's get more people here in the basement. Everybody belongs. Do you feel, I ask you a question, do you feel like you belong? I mean, like, my biggest goal of doing this would be to create an environment with you where you feel like you belong to a community. You're part of the group because you are part of the group, right? That's what UFD is all about. That's what the basement dweller community is all about, that we're all here together, helping each other, supporting each other, part of a family, right? A place to go, a place to hang out. I know, and I'm trying to make these shorter. People are saying, some people, I don't know, let me know. Send me an email. Some people say your live streams are too long. Some people say they're too short. But anyhow, all I care about is that you feel like you can trust me, okay? And I can't make you trust me. I've earned that trust on a day-by-day basis. But you feel like you belong. You feel like you're part of a group. You're part of something special and big. Because you know what? Buttercup, Duster, Diamond Hooved, and Super Dusters, right? You are something special. You are something unique. Don't forget that. All right, let's move on. Hey, I want to say thank you to channel sponsor Ledger, the leader in hardware wallet technology. Yes, don't learn the hard way like I did, right? Think about security before something happens. Think about it right now. I've got links in my bio, in the description of this, where you can go check out affiliate links, products from Ledger. They've also got this awesome Bitcoin bundle that they're doing right now. You can check that out. And again, there's a link to that in the description. And of course, our friends at MoonPay. I was reading over my list this morning. MoonPay, right? The leader the leader in on-ramping people from fiat to crypto. They sponsor us, right? We got like two of the best sponsors for a for a crypto that you could ever ask for. But MoonPay is like totally integrated into the Solana networks, totally integrated into all these crypto financial networks, and you can use all. I was looking through this list, right? Google Pay, Apple, PayPal, Venmo, your bank account, bank wires. They are the leader. They are the leader and will continue to be. And we're very grateful for their sponsorship. Please, guys, when you make posts, when you put stuff out there, include at MoonPay, include at Ledger. Let them know that we appreciate them and help spread the good word about these two great companies. All right, let's talk about Duster of the Day. And then we're going to get to some interesting information about the silver market. Okay. But today, guys, we have a very, very special Duster of the Day. And we're going to start it out in a special way. I'm going to read to you. There he is. Okay. The unicorn of Dust Street, Marcus James. But we're going to start it up. And you didn't see that. So you're going to see this first instead. We're going to start it with the letter that was sent to me that nominated him for Duster of the Day. This came from our friend UFD Maxi. He said, I'd like to nominate this Duster for Duster of the Day. He's one of the most true believers in UFD. He's always so positive despite his circumstances. He has very limited funds right now due to putting it into rebuilding his life from a series of unfortunate events that have happened to him. However, every little bit of money he gets, he buys more and more UFD despite the price action. He comes on X every day to connect with other dusters and always promotes good mentality and tries to do good for everyone around him. Please make my friend Marcus Duster of the Day so he can get his golden horn. I feel it is only right that I reach out to you with this request because he has done everything in his power to help me with lots of things, including taking the time to message Susie to make me Duster of the Day. Remember, tomorrow, he'd sent this to me a few days ago, which was yesterday's National Unicorn Day. And it's also UFD Maxi's birthday. If you would like to do anything for me, it would be just to make Marcus Duster of the Day. That would be the best birthday present ever, to give him the recognition for everything he is doing for us and our community and our ethos. Thank you, Ron. I hope this message finds you well. Thank you, UFD Maxi. We sang you happy birthday yesterday, but what does this tell us about our fellow dusters, guys? Hold on a second here. Here we go. All right, let's go back to the unicorn of Dust Street. There he is. All right, what does this tell us about our fellow dusters? This guy, for his birthday, UFD Maxi, what he wanted for his birthday was to have his friend, Unicorn of Dust Street, be Duster of the Day. And look at that, huh? Snoop Dogg, John, Snoop and John. I love that artwork. That is awesome. So the Unicorn of Dust Street, you are the Duster of the Day at Marcus James. And now we're going to read what Marcus has to say. We're doing some reading this morning, guys. This came from the Unicorn of Dust Street. Good morning, Ron. Hope you and Susie are well. Hello to all the dusters out there. You really are amazing, genuine people. It's an absolute honor to be chosen as Duster of the Day. And thank you, Ron, for your work, for showing up every day. It truly builds confidence. A bit about me. Well, where do I start? I got into crypto just over 2 years ago. And over that time, I managed to make around $60K. Unfortunately, I lost it all when I invested in a rug pull like an idiot, while trying to play a poker tournament at the same time. To make matters worse, I ended up homeless, having to sell many of my personal items just to eat, sleeping in my car and wondering, what do I do now? With only a little left and no home, UFD Maxi introduced me to UFD. He showed me your YouTube videos and I was blown away. This is a real community. Not only that, but he also gave me a roof over my head and a place I could truly call home. This meant so much to me, especially since my mom passed away last year due to alcohol, leaving me with nowhere to go. I owe him my life, really. I decided to become a duster because I believe in the true values. This was proven even more when I received donated beans from the legends Crypt Wizard, UFD Maxi, and Trade Girl. Since then, I've been finding work, everything from landscaping, painting, dog walking, personal training, and putting it into UFD. Once I'm back on my feet, I'll be helping others like myself because I never want anyone to go through or feel the way I did. Yes, I've had it tough and I keep getting knocked down, but I always come back stronger. At least it's happening to me and not someone else. I'm still smiling because I appreciate I'm tearing up. The little things in life and focus on the positive. I'd also like to wish a huge happy birthday to my friend UFD Maxey on Unicorn Day. I'd also like to show immense appreciation for the talented artist gimmicks in his Duster Gang collection. It really showcases the talent. Overall, I'm so glad I found a community like ours when I needed it most. Without my friends, I don't know where I'd be today, but things are looking up. I want everyone to know that if they're going through anything right now, I'm here to listen and help. You are not alone. If I can make it, anyone can. Big love, the Unicorn of Dust Street. So let's go back. All right. One more time. We're going to check him out here. The Unicorn of Dust Street, Marcus James DJ. Guys, join me. Yes, I teared up, but I pulled it back together. When I hear these stories about what our community does for each other. Look, we can look at the price of beans. We can look at charts. We can look at the fact that Fartcoin, for some reason, which is good because that shows us how high and higher we can go. We can look at all that stuff. But at the end of the day, man, and I hear this from so many people, the community, what we're doing for each other, the connections that we make, right? Like I feel I'm a people pleaser type person, and I feel like responsible to the community, and it can get overwhelming at times. But when I hear these stories from the community about what people are doing for each other, right, and helping each other, and the benefit that we're all getting from, like he said, you're not alone, right? Crypto art doing these amazing spaces, all the spaces that all you are doing. If you do a spaces and one person shows up, right, it's a success. If nobody shows up, it's still a success. And people do show up, by the way. Just put UFD in the description, right? Trying and hearing about people who are facing. It's really interesting because think about this. There's a reason why this shows how strong we are as UFD. We got a lot of people that have faced like really major obstacles, overwhelming odds in their life, and have prevailed, right? And isn't it interesting that a lot of those people are attracted to Unicorn Fart Dust, attracted to our community? But think about this. That's what we've done. That's what UFD did from the very beginning. Against all odds, against what seemed insurmountable challenges, right? Here we are, like number 800, number 750 out of 13 million cryptocurrencies. Take a step back, Duster. Pull your horn off for a second. Look at what we've accomplished, okay? Look at what we've accomplished. So, hey, guys, look, let's not forget. Hold on here. This may be a Twitter profile page, but what it also is a real human being, just like you. So I want you to join me, all right? I want everybody to join me. Today is a special day for the Unicorn of Dust Street. You are the Duster of the day. Everyone, please join me in installing his golden horn. You deserve it. So thank you, all right? And thanks for giving me the honor to be able to do this each and every day. You guys tell me you want to hear more about silver, gold, the economy. Well, I'll tell you something about silver. Let's go take a look at something very interesting going on in the silver market. And I'll tell you why I'm attracted to silver and always have been is because same reason why I'm attracted to crypto, why I'm attracted to Unicorn Fart Dust, right? They're super similar. Robert Kiyosaki said something a little controversial about silver, but about crypto as well. And he loves crypto. He said, question, is silver more valuable than gold or Bitcoin? He said, I say yes, because demand for silver is increasing. It's used in solar panels, electric vehicles, computers, electronic products, weapon systems, medicine, and water purification. Supplies of gold and Bitcoin do not decrease. So what he's saying is that the supply of silver, while we can group these three together, silver, gold, and Bitcoin, silver is the one whose supply is decreasing. And best of all, silver is the least expensive when compared to gold and Bitcoin. As the price of gold breaks all-time highs, silver's price remains 60% lower than its all-time high, which is crazy, right? Gold is going nuts. Crypto's gone nuts, but silver is still only like 50-60% of its all-time high, which was $50 per ounce. Right now it's around $30 per ounce. We'll look at that here in a few seconds. Why? Because silver is useful and its price has been suppressed for decades to keep it affordable for industry. I believe silver's price manipulation is over. I strongly believe the price of silver will slingshot to all-time new all-time highs, possibly 2x to $70 an ounce in 2025. I happen to agree with that as well. Time for you to buy a little more silver. So you guys know my background is in the silver and gold sector. I just want to throw out there, people ask me this all the time. If you want to get your hands on real physical silver, all right, and people ask, where would I go? What would I do? Either go to a local coin shop that you trust, or if you want to buy it online, the company that I love that used to sponsor my channel that I still have a great relationship with and still think super highly of is Pimbex. Pimbex. Pimbex.com. And you can call. There's two brothers that own the company. You can just do it online, whatever you want to do. But for those of you who are always asking me, I trust Pimbex. I think Pimbex is best. And I know that thousands of people that listened to me over the last 3 years or 2 years that tried Pimbex were always very happy. Here, this is interesting about silver. A little known fact about silver that we're going to wrap things up with right now is this, guys. Okay, we're going to share this tab. Hold on here. I want to give credit. This comes from the Oriental Ghost. This guy puts out every day the cost of silver in China. This is interesting, okay, because this is the SGE, the Shanghai Gold Exchange, which is the physical market in China for silver and gold. And the interesting thing about this market is it is very hard to manipulate these prices because it is mostly a physical market. I'll tell you more about this later, but basically in the United States, silver is traded on the COMEX in London, England, on the LBMA, the London Bullion Market Association, with futures contracts, that type of thing, and it's highly manipulated. However, here on the Shanghai Gold Exchange, it's primarily a physical market, meaning if you want to trade silver, let me get my crayons out, you have to do it with physical metal. So AG is the, what do they call that? The periodic, from the periodic table, the chemical name, whatever. AG is silver. AU is gold. So that's the silver price. If we go over here, it closed at $33.64. That's the closed price from last night in China. Now, what makes that interesting, because that's the price that physical silver cost in China. What makes that interesting is this, guys. Let me come back and say hello to you. There you are. I don't have this prepared, so I'm going to look it up for you very quickly. So we were almost $34 per ounce in China. However, in the United States, on our markets right now, it's insane. There's the silver price. That's from Kitco. Can you see that? Where the heck? Why is that? There it is. $30.70. The price of silver in China, the physical real, that's the futures market's price, the make-believe manipulated paper price. The real price of silver in China is at least 10% higher. Okay. And China is the one that's using all the silver. China builds all the world's solar panels. China builds a lot of electric cars. China builds a lot of iPhones. Silver is in everything. Silver is, in my opinion, the physical version of crypto. Okay. Or crypto, you can say it the other way, is the electronic version of silver. So in gold as well, right? They call gold or Bitcoin a digital gold. Okay, so these markets, right? And I've said this, and I'll say it again, but it's important for us to remember as we look at what's happening in the gold and silver market. I think that's a big precursor of what's to come for the crypto markets. All right, now let's have some fun before we forget, Dusters. And let's go out here. Look at the funny. This one cracked me up. Crypto nerd, thank you very much. I have a bit of a demented sense of humor, but he made this one up. I love the pink shirt, but want to see my horn. Hey, horns up, Dusters. No doubt about it. Let's go to the next one. Okay, this was from Royal, who never, ever. This was a clip going around, I guess a newscast, and there was a water main break. And he put my face on the guy. It looks like, you know what it looks like. Thank you, as always, Royal. And then we got one more here. Oh, yeah, this one I pulled up. Hold on. You guys know about this? Sparkle Smash. I learned about it a few weeks ago, but there's one of these monster trucks called Sparkle Smash. Look at that, huh? We need to get aligned with old Sparkle Smash there. So, all right. Looks like we lost audio, it's saying. Hopefully you guys can see me. Hey, like this, please. Let's get the word out to more people about UFD, about the basement. This is our little town hall, our little club, right? We're sitting around the campfire together. Please give this a thumbs up on YouTube, comment, share it on Twitter, share it on Reddit, share it on Facebook, whatever. Let's get the word out to more people. That is something that you can do right now today. Don't forget, go out to our new and improved branded YouTube channel, right? And subscribe, please, because that's where the YouTube live streams will soon start going. Everything will remain the same here on X. Don't forget also, guys, look, if you're interested in a very cool way to secure something, right? Don't forget, check out DirtyMan SAFE. DirtyMan SAFE, and use that code RON10. I've talked about it in some previous live streams, but it's a great way. You can be like a pirate, right? Maybe you have a safe in your house. Maybe you've got a safety deposit box. Well, you can also have something in your yard, and trust me, buried. You can get to bury this DirtyMan safe. Go read about it. Trust me, those people in Los Angeles that dealt with the wildfires, I bet you talk to any of them, they wish they would have had some DirtyMan safes, because when something is buried, it doesn't get affected by fire. Hey, guys, most important, have a great day. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of the basement, and I will see you soon.